not be familiar with me, I am Dr. Felicia. I am a physiotherapist and certified health coach. I teach Black millennial women how to grow old with grace by making changes today to their eating and movement habits so that they can enjoy a fabulous future. Who doesn't want a fabulous future, right? But it takes us making the right choices today. Okay, so if you need to find me, if you're here, I'm located in sunny Nassau, Bahamas. I am in the Mackey Street Plaza on Mackey Street, of course. I have been a certified health coach now, most recently just made that certification this year. However, I have been a licensed physiotherapist for 8 years and running Adderley Physiotherapy for 5 years. So I'm very proud of what we've built there and what we've been able to accomplish and how we've been able to help persons. All right, so any information that's discussed in this broadcast, it's general information. It's not to be taken as a substitute for any medical advice. And please, if you are not under the care of a healthcare practitioner, please do be sure that you consult your physician, primary care physician, before you make any significant changes to your diet or exercise habits, okay? All right, so I do believe we are ready to have Yanty join us. All right, so Yanty, I am putting you in the stream here.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. No complaints at all. All right, let me go ahead and put you in over here in Facebook also.
Can everybody see?
All right, awesome. All right, so I'm seeing all your ingredients over here on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Okay,
Someone says the food is pretty. Okay.
maybe I should let me introduce myself if I could.
Yes, take it away.
Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let me just take up this. I have to. Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Yanty. I'm a culinary coach with 15 plus years of professional experience and a lot more years cooking for family, friends, and whoever else comes by. I'm happy to be here with you today. If you got any questions, ask away, and let's have fun together. Born and raised in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so representing. The yellow is for the sunshine in my country. The diamonds are for the Grenadine Islands and the people. The blue is for the skies, the tropical waters and the skies. And the green is for our lush vegetation. So we're a country with lots and lots of things. Volcanic soil, which is nutritious and is ideal for growing your own organic fruits, vegetables, and everything you like. And the red is for Canada. Yeah. I'll
Awesome.
let
That's
you take it.
wonderful.
I'm gonna send it back to the ingredients now. That's the pretty part.
All right, wonderful. All right, thank you for that. And thank you, of course, for coming on. We do appreciate you being here. So thanks so much for coming and taking the time out to do the preparation for this meal for us. All right, awesome. All right, can you all let me know if everybody can see and hear on both Facebook and Instagram? Somebody on Instagram, let me know if you can see and hear. I'm trying to see if I have a good view of my comments so I can catch any questions that you may have.
Is it too loud? Because I have a fan going because it's really hot in this kitchen.
I don't think it's too loud. I can hear
Okay,
you just
okay.
fine. Your volume is pretty good. All right. I'm just trying to, okay. Someone says they can hear and see on Facebook. It's frozen on Instagram. Okay.
Oh no, it's
Let's
not frozen. It's not frozen on Instagram. It's just I keep the camera above the food.
okay. Perfect. Okay. And on Instagram, can someone let me know if they can see both? They can see both screens. Just want to make sure the Instagram is good. I am not able to see the comments though in Instagram right now.
I can see the comments. I can see the comments on Instagram. Facebook I cannot
Okay.
see.
Okay. All right. So I think we're good to go. So tell us about what you're going to be making tonight. And am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Ayanti?
That's fantastic. That's how you say it. Ayanti, yes.
Okay, just want to make sure I have it right because I think that's the worst. That's the worst when you get somebody's name wrong. All right,
That's
so go
true.
ahead and let us know what you're going to be preparing this evening.
Okay, so today we're going to make a beautiful quinoa salad. And because of time, I already cooked my quinoa. So
Hmm.
we've got our quinoa here. I prefer tricolor quinoa because it's got a lot more flavors, and you have three different types of quinoas inside. And you have a sweet, which is in the white version, and you have a more earthy flavor, which is in the dark, the red or the black quinoa. And this is what it looks like in its raw form. Nice. Can you see? Okay. This is what it looks like in its raw form. Let me see if I can get that over. You see that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I have some clients on that. You know, some of these foods are going to be new to us this evening. Let's put it like that.
Okay, that's very good. It's good to try new things
Yeah.
and just be out there. Okay? So
Mhm.
quinoa, they call it a superfood, and I superfood. It's good by itself, but it's better with other things inside, right? So that's why I'm going to add some black beans to it, not just for flavor, but also color as well. And we got some corn as well, canned corn, because we don't always have time. So while the kid was cooking, you open your can of beans, open your can of corn, chop up some bell peppers, some onion, some celery, if you like. Open a bag of cranberries and a bag of mixed nuts, if you like. These all these components all add a different color, different texture, and different flavors to your dish. Okay, that's why I chose them. Hold on. I've got.
Wonderful.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Any
No,
questions?
you're fine. I was just saying how nice and colorful everything looks.
Yeah, I love to eat with color. Like I just love to eat with color. When you have color on the plate, ding, da, da, da. When you have color on your plate, it makes it like makes you want to eat. Makes you excited to eat. And today we're going to pair it with some salmon. And in the salmon, I did a Cajun spice rub, ginger powder, turmeric, and that's it. And a little curry powder for a little oomph in the flavors, okay? And for me, it's simple, but it's flavorful and it's easy to execute. Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions or commentary here? Okay, I think we're reconnecting over on Instagram. I am
Yeah,
able to see the comments now on Instagram. So that's just they're
okay.
just reconnecting here.
I see the circle, the
Yeah,
infinite circle of doom.
yeah, I think hopefully it's not infinite. Hopefully you'll be back on the you'll be back on Instagram in a minute. But I
Hopefully.
think you're good. They were saying that they could see and hear what was going on. But yes, I
Okay.
think it's wonderful. You would want to be excited whenever you are able to whenever
I
you're
think
able to
Instagram.
prepare a nice meal. Yes, I think you dropped out of the Instagram stream. So
Oh.
Let's see. I think you're back. Let me just put you back in. Okay.
Back.
You should be popping
Okay,
back in.
good.
Here you are.
I
Okay.
see.
All right.
Everybody can see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're good. You're
I
good. You're
also
back.
have sardines today as well because sardines are very good with the arthritis, the omega-3s that we need.
Right. So a great omega-3 source is both from the salmon as well as you said that's sardines you're using or mackerel?
Yes,
Okay.
sardines. I
Sardines.
took the
Perfect.
label, sorry.
Okay. No trouble, no trouble. So
Yeah.
we have another little comment here from Betty. She says she needed another recipe for salmon, so she is loving this. So of course,
Oh,
ginger is a good
fantastic.
one. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be good for anybody that needs to like freshen up their kind of repertoire with their recipes.
Yes,
So this would be
yes,
a nice recipe option for them.
yes. Happy to help.
Mm.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
I'm going to start with the salmon. I've got my non-stick pan because we don't want to add too much oil. So I'm going to heat my pan. And while my pan is heating, I'm going to prepare the quinoa salad. Okay, so let's get some space here. First, I'm gonna do the dressing. Now, for my oh, let me try on this. Can you see on Facebook? Okay, this is my.
Yes, we're
I've got a
definitely seeing
mason
on
jar.
Facebook.
I've got sugar. Hold on, sorry. One moment, please.
Okay, no trouble.
Can you
Take
still
your
hear
time.
me?
Yes, we can still hear.
Okay, good, good. I took my recipe away.
So everyone, we are joined here this evening for anybody that's maybe just coming on the stream. I'm Dr. Felicia, physiotherapist and certified health coach. We're joined this evening on our stream by a special guest, culinary coach, Yanty, originally of St. Vincent, currently now
And the
residing in.
Grenadine. Yes. Okay, I am back now. Okay, so for my dressing, I've got half tablespoon of the honey Dijon mustard. Honey Dijon mustard. I've got 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You see, this is on the gram Facebook. I've got half tablespoon of sugar and half teaspoon of salt, just to bring out the flavors of everything, as well as 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Okay, and I put that inside in my mason jar. Mason jar. I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons orange juice because the citrus helps with inflammation on your arthritis. Plus, I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm gonna add that all to my mason jar. This is how easy your dressing is for your salad. Got 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I pour everything into my jar.
Right. So you're just putting together your own dressing, not like store-bought
Yes,
dressing.
no, no, no. Store-bought is nice for some things, but for my dressing, I wanted to make it fresh. And just put the lid on your jar and just shake. You can get your cardio, well, at least a little bit of cardio in. Shake, shake, shake. And that's your dressing. Quick and simple. Right, for your set it aside for the dressing. Any questions so far?
I don't see any questions from anyone so far. Just kind of posting a couple
Okay.
of the glowing compliments and comments here. Someone is saying here, Deandra's saying that olive oil is good for lots of things and that she's loving this already. So see, it's nice. I
Okay.
think we tend to go for the store-bought dressing a lot because it's easy. But putting together your
Yes.
own dressing really wasn't that difficult. You get to control what's in it. Especially when
Yes.
you look at a lot of store-bought items, they can have, when you really check the label, it's a lot of sometimes salt and sugar content. So this is a great way to control really what it is that you're putting into your body. So that was awesome and something easy that
Definitely.
we can
Thank
catch
you.
on to.
Yes. So my pan is hot. I'm just gonna take away my bowl.
So where do you get inspiration for recipes like this?
Honestly, I don't know. They just come. Sometimes I walk through the grocery store and then like, oh my God, this would be so awesome. Let me add this, pick up that. This would taste really good with that. And that's how recipes come. Or sometimes I'm just falling asleep and it's like, oh, maybe I should try this. Or maybe I should try that. So I just developed a vegan pasta to create a rasta pasta dish. And like, that one was really, really good. It surprised me as well. Sometimes
That's
just
awesome.
random, yeah, just seeing the ingredients and then it's like just thinking about what I have in my cupboard, how it would taste. But this all comes because of years and years of just experimenting. So I understand how this flavor would interact with that one. And then I could add a little bit of something new and then create something different.
Yes, you used
Yes,
a good
that's
word there, create.
yes.
And because I'm definitely sitting here thinking that you must be a very creative person, to come up with something from scratch like that. Because, a lot of people, we use either recipes that were handed down, so things that are traditional to maybe different cultures, or, some of us will be experimental and we might try to use some different recipes that we may see on Food Network or something like that, or something maybe that we have at a restaurant. We have a comment here from Bertie Evans. She said she wished her mind worked like that with recipes. So that speaks to the same point, the same point
It
that I was
could,
trying
it
to make.
could. Well,
So that's what this is
pro-
about. It'll hopefully
yes,
inspire persons to be a little bit more adventurous in
yeah,
putting together some healthy meals for themselves. We have another comment here. Yes, the store-bought ranch is my fave, but I learned that they are not healthy, like you said. Tends to be, anything that we buying and it's packaged. It has to be some preservatives and things like that. And then a
yes,
lot of times they
yes,
pack things in salt and things like that. So it's always something to look out for. Fresh is best whenever you can. We do have a question
definitely.
here that I put up. We have a question here from Betty. She's asking, what kind of sugar are you using? That sugar may have been was that in the dressing?
In the dressing, I use white sugar because that was the closest thing at the time. But you can use brown sugar, and brown sugar would give it a little more rich molassesy flavor.
Mhm.
If you're into that, then sure, go ahead. But I just used the white sugar, granulated sugar, because that was closest to it.
Closest
Okay,
thing to
so
your
my pan
hand,
is
right?
hot. Yes, my pan is hot, so I'm gonna add my salmon. Just add it here and just put it back onto the stove. I wish you could try. Okay, maybe I'll carry you to the stove with me. Okay?
Okay. All right. Take us on over. Take us with you. Take us with you on the journey. And speaking of
Yeah.
journeys, how is it that you came to journey from your native home in St. Vincent, correct? And
Yes.
ended up in Canada?
Wow. It was an opportunity. I always wanted to be a chef. Like it doesn't matter what year, what question people ask me, but I always wanted to be a chef. So that's what I kept going after, like what you want and you work towards it, you bring it to you. So yeah. And then the opportunity came that I could come to Canada to study to be a chef, and I'm like, okay, And here I
Yeah.
am.
So may I ask, what did you do prior to then? Were you doing something similar in St. Vincent prior to your move, or was it completely different?
Before my move, I worked at two five-star resorts, and I also was a teacher, but I was a food and nutrition teacher. So food was always there, always there.
Yes. Yes, it's nice to hear that progression, you know. So
Yeah.
it's not like out of the clear blue. This is really like really just a natural progression for you and growth, you know,
Yes.
and following your dreams. It's so brave. It's so brave to move that far
Could be
away. Yes.
scary. Could be scary, but my mom was with me, so my mom and my siblings they were with me, so it wasn't so scary. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's nice.
Let's go over
Awesome.
to the stove. Here's the
Back on.
salmon.
Okay, we're seeing the salmon sizzling over here on Instagram. Sorry, Facebook, y'all can't see it.
Oh, Facebook, I'm gonna have to take you, but it's going to be a bit of a something, okay? If you only ever saw my setup right now, trust me. If you only ever saw it, okay?
It can be that way.
Facebook, let's go. Facebook,
Facebook. Oh,
you see?
Facebook. There you go. Now, Facebook, you can see the salmon sizzling. Got some nice hot
Now
olive.
we want because it's a thin cut of salmon, you want to cook it about 3 minutes on each side. And it's my non-stick pan, so these tongs would not work. Okay, I have to use a rubber spatula to flip them. Okay, Facebook, you're gonna go back to your space here. Okay.
Okay, let's put Facebook back in their home. So you said about 3 minutes on each side. That's a thin cut. So
Yes, it's
what happens if you overcook that?
it'll just be flaky. It'll be flaky and fall apart. It'll be dry. But because you're having it with the salad, it wouldn't be that dry.
Okay, so you would be able to salvage that if we are not so
Yes.
experienced in the kitchen, such as yourself.
Yeah, if you're not experienced and you're afraid to try salmon, try cooking it, then just just go for it. Just go for it. Go
Just
fearless.
give
You
it.
have a dressing in your. Let's see if you could go over here. I doubt you could fit over here.
Well, that's great advice. You know, not being afraid to try some new things, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So, with
just
regard to now
go for it.
your particular combination of ingredients now, as we talk about meal planning for arthritis, right? So,
Yes,
you chose some specific ingredients here. You talked about the salmon and the omega-3. You busted out that good old familiar can of sardines. We love our
yes,
sardines here on the islands, right? You all love sardines in St. Vincent.
yes, we do. Yes,
Okay, that's
sardines
like a
and white
famous
rice
staple.
is my thing.
Do you all eat a lot of grits there as well?
Um, no, I don't. For my family, no.
Mm.
I think I ever had grits one time, and that's because my aunt from overseas, she sent some, and I wanted to try it because like I'm always experimenting. So I tried it, and it wasn't a fun experience because I did not cook the grits.
Mm,
Full
okay, so
disclosure.
that's definitely a big difference between our two cultures then. So we are quite heavy on the grits, I would say, here in our
Really?
diets. Yes, that's like a
Okay.
Bahamian staple. It's right up there with rice and flour. Now we do
Ah,
get different types of grits here. So you could get white grits or you could get yellow grits, which is more like we would call it the native grits, right? Ground from like the
okay.
corn. So yes, someone Deandra saying here in the comments that she loves grits every day. Some Bahamians do eat grits every day. It's a bit heavy, but you know, I would say we encourage these different things, of course, in moderation. So that's
That's
the
true.
reason
That's
that for
true.
you. Yeah, just everything in moderation. So another very good ingredient or nutritional ingredient is fiber, of course, to the joints.
The
So,
quinoa. Yes.
so that's where the quinoa comes in case anybody was wondering. Okay, so we've chosen some very, very specific ingredients here this evening, right? Of course, the
Yes.
black beans. Beans are very good as well. So we need certain things in our diet that are good bone builders, things like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and of course, vitamin C and D. You've hit the vitamin C there in the dressing with the orange
Yes.
juice and the lime juice. So you can kind of see how all these things
Yes.
are working together for good. Okay. All right. So we have a couple of comments in here. Let's see what Instagram is saying. Birdie says she loves sardines, but she never had it with white rice. She
Ooh,
said
it's an
only with yellow
experience.
grits. Only with yellow grits. We
Sardines
love
with
our
white
yellow grits.
rice is an experience.
An experience. All right. We'll probably have to have you back so we can have that other experience. As let me know who's enjoying the live so far. Let me know if you all like this. So yes, DeAndre is kind of hitting some good notes here. Fiber is a it's good nutrition for the joints. Gets it from the quinoa. Also, that the black beans are another very good source of fiber. Beans are an awesome addition to any diet, right?
Yes.
And also calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, and D are also great. All wonderful for the joints. So if you suffer from arthritis or if you're just maybe wanting to avoid that, okay, because that doesn't go with our fabulosity, right? We're trying to age but gracefully. Whew, y'all see that salmon? You stop me cold with that. Oh my goodness. You see what 3 minutes on each side can do? All right. Just right. No one wants that overcooked dry salmon. Although Ayati was nice,
No.
you could salvage that when you put it with the salad, I guess, and the dressing to kind of moisten
Yes.
it back up, right?
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right. So the salmon is done. What is next?
I'm going to do the sardines. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Got a few
So
more
this is
comments
what
coming
the
in here.
sardines look like.
Mhm.
I just opened the can and here we are. But I'm going to spice it up with some onions, bell peppers, some garlic, and I'm also going to use the season I use for the fish, which is Cajun spice, turmeric, and some curry powder and ginger as well, ginger powder. My Cajun spice.
Looks good. Sounds nice and flavorful. Those are
I'm
a lot
trying
of
not to.
anti-inflammatory fighters in there as well.
Yes, yes.
So that's awesome. We have a comment here from Charlessa. If I hope I said that right, because I know I can butcher a name. Charlessa Boss. She says that the live stream is great and it's very informative. Thank you so much for those comments, those kind comments. Betty says that it looks delicious, probably referring to that salmon. Yes, you've got some
What?
glowing comments here. The people love it. Kenya Candace Woodside says that it looks good. I would
I'm
agree.
I'm just coating the base of the pan with a little bit of oil. Then I'm gonna add my onions and peppers and everything. Okay. I'll take you over when it's nice and sizzling.
Okay.
I have a question. Chili flakes. Is that good for the arthritic diet?
In my study, I wouldn't say that they've mentioned it. I haven't seen it mentioned anywhere directly. I would say it's going to be very good to add some flavor and spice. Like you said,
Yes.
you want to make this food appealing to eat. And I think you've hit a very good point there, and that, food can taste good, food can be fun, and healthy food can be too. I think a lot of times persons feel like healthy food doesn't taste good, And that does not have to be true. Okay, as we can
That's
see here
yes,
tonight, Birdie says that looks nice and juicy. So, this
yes.
is healthy food, good for your joints, but I mean, clearly flavorful food, based on what we're seeing as the ingredients. Yeah, this is awesome. And as we talk a little bit about inflammation, because a lot of those ingredients like the turmeric and the ginger, they're good for as anti-inflammatories. So that's an excellent point. Especially a lot of things, a lot of foods that we see in the store, maybe sometimes we would pass them up. But these things are definitely important and they can really help us with reducing inflammation, which can be, of course, a part of arthritis and what causes that pain and dysfunction, that swelling, right? But inflammation can actually be due to many different causes. So, for persons that may be interested, you can download the free guide. We have a free guide to anti-inflammatory foods. If you want to go ahead and download it, bit.ly/AI food list, bit.ly/AI food list. So that's scrolling at the bottom of our screen on Facebook. I'll go ahead and stick it here in Instagram as well for anybody that may like to download that guide.
So for my flake, the onions and peppers are a little bit flavorful. I can smell them. So this is the time when I'll add a little bit of my seasoning. So that's the Cajun spice, turmeric, curry powder, ginger powder. And I'm just gonna shake it up, and let that cook a little bit more. You can also add like a little tomato because you want a little color to it, you know. This one is
So can I
for the sardines.
okay, can I ask how come you added the spices early to the vegetables?
So the spices would warm up. Oh, get back my towel. So when I add the spices early, a little bit early, some of them early and some of them almost when I'm done. So when you add it early, it starts to warm up and then release all these beautiful flavors and fragrances, and you would have a delicious end product. So that's why I add them early.
That's a great tip.
Yeah. You want to bring out maximum flavor. Maximum flavor.
Maximum flavor
Right.
sounds good.
Yes. So while that is cooking, I keep that on a low flame because still haven't built the quinoa salad as yet. So now, can everybody see? Facebook's got a good view right there. Can you see on IG?
How's it looking in IG, folks? You'll have a good view. Don't want to miss this. Yes,
So for
Birdie
my
says that's a
quinoa,
great tip.
I cooked it 15 minutes because that's what the package says to cook it at. You can cook it less or more if you desire, but cook it according to what the package directions. Then it for my quinoa, I cooked it with some coconut powder, uh, thyme, salt, and one bay leaf. Yeah, so that you want to have flavor at every step of your cooking, right? Every item should be flavorful on its own, and when it all comes together, it should be boom, bow, wow, wow, wow flavors. Okay, that's how
I
I
love the
cook.
sound of this. I agree with you there. So that was an excellent tip right there to add flavor to the food at every step. So that's
Yes,
awesome. So that's a great tip because I think a lot of times we miss those opportunities like every step of the way to add that
yes,
flavor in. And of course, flavor doesn't always have to mean salt. flavor, look at all the other things you added. You said you put a little salt, but you also had, like your bay leaf and just like your natural herbs and things like that that can really, really flavor your food without necessarily having to add a whole lot of salt. So that is
Yes.
perfect. So what are you adding to the quinoa there?
So I've added my corn and my black bean. I'm adding the celery, diced celery. I just chop them to see how can you see? Just slices, thin slices. And
Mhm.
this one, there you go. Everything like I wanted everything to be bite size, you know, so that you don't have this big clump of onion and a small uh, corn or something, right? Everything is more or less close in size to the bean, right?
Mm.
So I think everything is almost the same size. That way, when you take up a spoonful or a forkful, you get almost everything in one bite, right?
That's another good
Some
tip. I don't know if we always
bell,
think about that.
the bell pepper and the onion. You can saute these if you like, but I want to keep them fresh because you keep more of the nutrients. Not that cooking them kills as much of the nutrients, but you want the textural contrast. You have the soft beans, a little crunchy corn. You have that in the peppers and a little heat from the onions as well. And we have a little sweet and tang from the cranberries in
Mm.
here. Now before I checked my quinoa to make sure that it has enough salt before I put it in the bowl. So it has enough salt so it can stand on its own and so that I'm not dependent on the dressing alone. Yes, yes, Birdie, it's an explosion in your mouth. Yes,
I
yes.
love how you got that comment. I love it. Awesome, awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna just go back to our sardines for a little sec. See the veggies here? You see the colors on it?
Mhm.
Nice and toasty, but they're not soggy. So that when I add my sardines, everything is texture. I love to eat in color and texture. I don't want to have everything to be mushy. I want texture. Okay, I'm just gonna add a
That's a
bit
great
of bell peppers
soundbite.
and raw onions here.
Yeah, so you said you have some bell peppers going with the spices in there, and bell peppers
Yes,
are a good antioxidant. We love a lot of green. We use a lot of green pepper here in our culture. How about in St. Vincent? You cook with I would say frequently there. Do you use red as well as green bell pepper? We lean more towards the green here.
same with us. Mostly towards the green. Mostly towards the
Okay.
green.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
red
red
and
is actually
and all
really
the
nice.
other colors are a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of a luxury item. Did you see my
Yeah,
air quotes? Luxury.
it's yes, air quotes. I
Yeah, it's not
completely
that
get it.
luxurious, but
I get it. I get it. When you
so
get all
I'm
the different
adding my
colors.
sardines. I'm going to add this juice from the can as well, but I'm gonna add it separate here to the side so that it heats up. I don't want to stir everything together. You know, sardines are very delicate little creatures. They just fall right
Okay.
apart. So I'm gonna put this back onto the heat on low temperature so that everything warms up, and then I'll be able to mix. Carefully fold it in, okay?
So fold it in, not vigorously stir.
No, you don't want to break up the thing. You want texture and flavor, and it should be whole. Looks better whole on the plate, you know? So I've got some fresh oregano here that I grow in my little garden. It's just a flower pot. I have a flower pot with my oregano and my green onion. Yes, see it? This is my oregano. I'm so proud
Nice.
of these little things. Like I
You
put it on
should be.
almost everything.
Wow. So what else? What is a classic pairing then with the oregano? Because I don't know if we use a whole lot of oregano in our culture, but teach us something new tonight. What else is good to flavor with oregano?
I wouldn't say this is classic, but this was an experiment I did. I made some scrambled eggs and I put this one on the eggs and the potatoes, and it was just so awesome. You just take the leaves,
Nice.
and with every bite you just put it in your mouth, and it's like, oh my god. Yeah.
Wow. I can tell you really enjoy food and your own dishes.
I come
You
up with
really
some
enjoy your own
crazy
cooking. I love that.
there's some really, really crazy recipes that I come up with, honestly. It's like, did I make that? And it was like, it surprised me, like, oh wow, this tastes good. This tastes good. So,
Yeah, sometimes experimentation can be really good.
yeah, you see this stock here? I'm just doing this stock on Facebook as well. This packs flavor as well. Now, in your cooking, you can add this directly, but I would be very careful, especially because it could be a choking hazard, right? But if you add it like this, you see with the leaves on it, someone could see that this is in their food and they can just take it out and not choke on it. You don't want to people to choke on your food. Okay?
No, I
You
would
make it.
imagine that's bad.
Yeah. And I've got celery leaves here as well. For my little gardens, get out as well. Celery leaves, you pack a punch to it, like a flavor. Like, I'm not even sure how to explain it, but it's delicious. You just rip it up and add it to your food. Little, see me rip it up and add it to um my sardines. Right? And then you have a
Yes.
little greenery in your food, a little something, you know? Okay.
And hello to
Now we
all
go
those
back.
that are joining. We still have some people kind of popping into both Instagram and Facebook. So good evening. Hi, Melanated and Plant Based. Hi, Kara, KHS. Thanks for popping in. We are just enjoying our live cooking demo here with Ianti, culinary coach, originally of St. Vincent, currently residing in Canada. I'm Dr. Felicia, for those who may not be familiar, physiotherapist, certified health coach. So we've joined forces this evening to show you a little something different. Okay. So this is a wonderful dish that Auntie is making. We've got a quinoa salad with the salmon that she's already prepared. 3 minutes on each side if you learn nothing else tonight for a thin cut. Okay, there's the delicious looking salmon. Okay, she's got the sardines going there. So these are some of our wonderful omega-3 sources. All right. So she is whipping it
Sardines.
up in the kitchen there. There's the
Give it a little
sardine,
shake.
giving it a shake. They're delicate creatures. I am.
Yes.
Yes. So don't be stirring them up all vigorous. Okay, just fold them gently, and fold the sauce gently in, right?
Yeah.
Felicia Turnquest says here over in Facebook land that oregano can also make a good tea.
Oh, really?
Right, that's an interesting tidbit there. We may not usually think about oregano making tea, but that's a very interesting point, and maybe something that we could be willing to try. We should try it out, right?
I'm
So
gonna try that. I will
look
try
that
that,
up. Yeah,
honestly.
that's a nice little tip right there, right? But
Yes.
growing, it is growing. It's something that's fresh, that's growing out of the earth. Of course, we just always want to make sure. I mean, hey, if we can put it in our food, why wouldn't it make a
Yeah.
nice tea, right?
Very true. Very, very true.
Yes.
Now, I've got some nuts here. It's a fruit and nut mix. Got cashews, pumpkin seeds, some more cranberries, raisins, some peanuts. Like it's got a textural, sweet, salty. Sorry, not
Mm,
salty. Sweet, savory. There
sweet
with
and
the nuts and
savory.
all that. So you can add some of that to the mix to boost up the nutritional content of it, as well as the textural content.
Yes,
Having
your nuts are a good source of fiber, okay, which we already said is very important to bone building, healthy joints. So you see how this all works together. Auntie really packed
yes,
it in there. Kenya Candace says that she's a nut lover. So with
yes,
good reason. So you should have very healthy joints.
and
Lots of
it's
fiber
a
content.
good way to snack as well, so you don't go to the sugary stuff. I'm gonna need a
Right.
bigger bowl for all this, so I brought
Okay.
in reinforcement.
S. Ad Marie says that it's delectable. Looks delectable over there. You're getting some glowing comments over here.
Why? Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you
You
guys
are most
are
welcome.
enjoying this. Like, I wish we had, like, you could smell it. Honestly,
I know. We
it's.
wish we could taste it.
Do you
We
see
wish we
this
could
right
taste
now?
it.
Can you see it? Can you see the colors and the textures? I haven't even added the dressings yet.
Mm. All right. So if
Now,
anybody thought that quinoa was boring and flavorless, well, here you go. We hope that we have converted you this evening, right? You can see with all of
I would.
that added flavor there, flavor every step of the way.
Yes. So now I have salt and pepper. Now this is the when you're cooking, this is the best way to have your salt and pepper. You can have it like this on a little plate. Actually, don't have glassware when you're cooking because if this breaks into anything here on my counter or anything, I'm gonna have to throw everything away because the glass particles you can't always see it, and this could cause major problem if it breaks and get into your system. So there's a food contaminant. This is just for me to look pretty today, okay? I don't usually cook with glass stuff, okay? It's just for
Okay.
presentation purposes,
Understood. Understood. That's another really great
okay?
safety tip there.
Yeah.
Ninja Shan says over here in Instagram land, I'm learning so much. So we're glad that we're able to teach you something new this evening. I think a ton of new things we've all been able to learn and glean from this evening. So that was another great safety tip right there. You know, try not to cook and use a lot of glass items in your prep.
Yeah.
So that's like a stainless steel.
Stainless steel bowls. So you keep your salt and your pepper in this, and that way it's easier for you to add rather than shake it out. Because when you shake it out, you don't have a good estimation of to how much salt you're putting. But if you put it into something like this, or in my fancy plate, you can pinch it and you can just add it to your food. You can add a little or you can add a lot. Okay? But it's this more offers more control when you're cooking.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it
these
seems
are
like
my
you have
last.
done quite a lot of your preparation tonight. Are those the chili flakes?
That's the chili flakes because I love a little heat in my food.
Love a little heat. Nothing wrong with a little heat. Understood,
I add
understood.
chili flakes to my sauce and my dressing because this isn't store bought. It I'm not sure if you could see the oil and the liquid separated, but that's okay. And just give it a little shake before you add it, and you just a mason jar with all the ingredients, and you just pour a little,
And
stir it
how
in.
long would
Go
I
ahead,
was
go
going to
ahead.
ask how long would a homemade dressing like that, how long would that last in the refrigerator?
I'd say up to a week because it has the vinegar inside of it. So the vinegar would add act as a preservative for it, but anything other than a week, you risk giving yourself food poisoning.
Okay, so that's another
Yeah.
important note. Okay, and something that's useful for persons that may be interested in doing meal prepping. So people that maybe take a day, perhaps like a weekend day, like a Sunday, and get all of their meals prepared and portioned up ahead of time. So something like that
Yes.
that's safe to last you in the fridge for about a week. And also another important point about the containers that you're using, even as you're doing your meal prep for like this cooking this evening. For persons that may be doing meal prepping and may want to package up their meals for the week, if you're looking for some nice containers that you can pack those meals into to get all of your weekly meals done, if you want to do them all in a day, you can find those containers at bit.ly/meal prepper. Bit.ly/meal prepper. I asked Victoria, just peeping here in the comments in Instagram to see if we had anybody else that has recently joined us. I'm just going to put that link over in Instagram as well. Victoria says that she needs the meal prep as well. So I'm just sticking the link here for anybody that would like to check out these containers to go ahead and pack those meals into. So that is bit.ly/meal prepper. Okay, for anybody that's looking for containers. What's that you've got there? Was that
Oregano. I
that's the oregano?
just pulled it off the stem and some celery leaves. Just break it up inside. Okay. Some green onions from my garden as well. Gonna throw it out there that you can grow your own herbs.
That's definitely the healthy way to do it. The herbs from the grocery store, they don't last but just a few days. Sometimes
Right?
before you get a chance to use them, you have to throw them out. So having your own
Hmm.
fresh options in your backyard, on your porch, wherever that may be, and don't let it hold you back if you don't have a whole lot of space. You can do. You said that, Auntie, you grew yours and you grow some of your herbs in pots, correct?
Yes, in a little flower pot. I'm gonna see if I could grab some.
And I'm telling you,
Don't
you
use a
aren't you so
stand.
satisfied when you're able to grow something with your own hands, and then have it there at your fingertips when you need it. I mean, you really just can't beat it. Okay. As Victoria says, on the ride home from the grocery store, they go bad. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Some of these fresh, let me do the air quotes like you, these fresh fruits and vegetables and herbs, it's like, okay, so you need to eat these in the car on the way home. By the time you get home, they're no good.
Exactly,
Please
exactly.
explain. Please explain. Let me pop back over to Facebook and see what's going on here.
Here's my
Let's see.
oregano.
Oh, look how cute that
You
is.
see on Facebook? I
Look how
have to
cute.
put the tissue because my cutting board is for food. I don't want to. There we go.
Oh, now isn't that cute? Oregano. Was it hard to get that to grow? Because I know some things are a bit more challenging to grow than others, a little trickier.
Actually, no, this was really easy to grow. It didn't die on me.
You're doing a
I
great
just
job.
keep watering it. There are
Mhm.
times when I forgot to water it for days and it just start to go like this. But then when I water it again, it come right back up. So this is a very forgiving plant. So if you don't have a green thumb, if you have a brown one, then this would be good. You can turn it into a green thumb. And
Okay, so be
also,
encouraged.
something I learned is this. Can you see? I'm trying to show it. But anyways, I, once you pinch the top off, see here, it grows back and two of it forms. It gets a little thicker once you pinch the top. That's something I learned on accident. I discovered.
That's
So,
exactly right. So a lot of herbs have that behavior. I would say basil is another one. And you definitely
yes,
want to trimming your herbs makes them grow. Okay, it actually makes them healthier and makes them grow. So that's an excellent point. So then that plant then is going to just grow. It's going to continue to grow and thrive. But herbs do need to be
Yes.
trimmed. So even if you're not like using them a whole lot in many meals, it's important to still trim them. So Kenya is asking here, so what do you eat the mixture with? Let us know which mixture you mean there. Charlessa Moss says the spicier the better. So Charlessa she likes spice just like you. Uh, and
No, I
Charlessa
don't
also
like it
says,
too spicy. Because if it's too spicy, it kills the taste bud and you can't taste anything. I love to feel the heat at the back of your throat. Just a little heat to just warm you up. That way you get to taste all the other flavors that are in your dish, right?
yes, you're right about that. Some people put it this way here in the Bahamas. The if it's too pepper, it ruins the dish. You ruin the flavor
Yes,
of the whole dish. Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yes.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
a sanitation tip. Do not use the spoon or utensil you're using to cook with to taste. Get a separate spoon, stick the bits and you or onto your spoon, then you taste and adjust season.
That's another great tip there. So you're teaching us. You really are a culinary coach. You're really not just a culinary chef. You're beyond that because you're really teaching us a lot of things here tonight, and we really, really, and truly thank you for that. Let's catch a couple more comments here. Charlessa says that your plant is so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Catherine Russell says that she grows oregano in her backyard with absolutely no attention and it just grows wild. Wow. We have quite a few
Ooh.
gardeners in here tonight. I'm proud of y'all. Whoever are you all new gardeners since the pandemic, or did everybody kind of like dabble a little bit before? I think that the pandemic, encouraged a lot of things. And I believe gardening, backyard gardening or farming was definitely one of those.
Yes.
All right, so we're kind of getting into the finishing touches here. It looks like, and these dishes do look
Yes.
good. Okay, so
I
for
I
anybody that had joined,
tasted.
you
I
tasted. How
adjusted the
was it? We
seasoning.
can't taste. Uh,
Oh my god, I was doing a happy dance while you were talking.
we wanted to see the dance. Why didn't you let us see the happy dance?
Because that's
We
my
desperately
food
wanted to see
dance.
it. We
That's
can at
my
least
food
share the. We can
dance.
try to share the moment the best that we can.
That's my food dance. That's my
Mm,
food dance.
mm, mm, mm.
I tasted it and it needed a little more salt, so I just added a little more salt to it. And yeah, we're good
Well,
with that one. Yeah.
it looks great. So this is your quinoa salad for anybody that may
Yes.
just be popping in. This is a tasty, flavorful, colorful quinoa salad to go with the salmon. And we're also going to have some sardines that we're still preparing there on the side of all that. So this is a
I
wonderful
think
dish with
everything
lots
is
of
ready.
ingredients. Wow, lots of ingredients that were just perfect for that are just perfect for healthy joints. Kenny Ishmael Moss. That's a comment that's making me smile there. He says that he's learned a lot on this live and he's liking the page now and that it's good to meet you, Dr. Adley. Well, it's good to meet you as well. I hope that this is not your last time on one of our lives. So I'm so glad that you are joining. Kenny says that he heard about me from Deandra. So, Deandra, thanks for that plug. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that shares. So it's still not too late. We're plating up our dish. We're getting there to the end. For anybody that has not already done so, Kenny, that one made me smile. I can't even lie. That made my whole night. Only other thing would be if I could actually taste some of this food. That would be the only other thing. Just take this night over the top, right? But for anybody that does not already do so, please do follow Adley Physiotherapy. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We are Also on TikTok. We're literally on every platform. So feel free. You can go ahead and follow us. We're going to be mixing it up, pun intended. We're going to be having a lot of different, we're going to be having some different content coming up. So we're going to be doing some different things. If you like our kind of special guest kind of format, please do let us know so that we know what you want to see. Okay. So go ahead, follow, like, leave us comments, interact with us, right? So that we can know what it is that you want to see more of. Okay. So that's looking excellent there. Charlessa says that she's going to follow now. We sure appreciate that. We love having you all here with us. Thanks for everyone that has joined the live this evening. You have made it. You have made it awesome. There's the salmon. Take it away, Auntie.
So I'm just putting everything together. So this that was salmon right here. I'm gonna grab the sardines for the next one. Oh no, it broke. So this is the sardines. I started with some onions, bell peppers, some turmeric, Cajun spice, and chili flakes just to give it a little kick. Want a little kick in your food to make you remember it, make it exciting and flavorful.
Betty says it was very educational tonight. I think you taught the people, you taught everybody, I think at least one or two things that they can take away from this. So we definitely thank you for that.
Oh, I'm happy I could help today. Oh gosh, y'all just making me feel warm and fuzzy.
Oh, we love that. We love it. We do want to make you feel warm and fuzzy and welcome. Part of the Adley Physiotherapy family, right?
True, very true. Just a little greenery now because my salmon is looking a little naked. Just put some clothes on it.
Mm.
A little tomatoes.
So you're dressing up the salmon there.
Yes, and a little of my oregano. There we go. Let's see.
Leandra says, "Thank you,
Mm,
Miss Yanty."
you are very welcome. Very, very welcome. I'm happy I could help. And if you would like this recipe, you can DM me the word quinoa. And if you'd like to purchase this recipe, I should say, I don't have it printed as yet, but we get it to you. You can pre-order your copy of this recipe. You can DM me the word quinoa and get that to you.
That is
It
awesome.
goes,
I love that you have that available for the people because now we want to get in the kitchen and we want to try it too. S underscore
yes,
Ad Marie says that the quinoa looks blessed. Okay.
yes, it's
I don't
blessed
know if she
because
wants
these
to say
hands
blessed,
are
but it looks
blessed.
like blessed. All right.
Okay, this is our
So yeah, this
sardine.
was fabulous. Fabulous. All right. So, Miss Yanti, how is it that the people are going to be able to find you after tonight? How are they going to find you online?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at sweet underscore Yanti. If you click the drop down arrow on this live on Instagram, you can find me there and hit the follow button, hit like, share, message me. We can get something going. If you'd like me to be your coach, so we can walk through how you can meal prep, grab your containers from the link. Dr. Adeli put that link there. So you can grab your containers from there and we can walk through it. Okay. If you'd like a free 15-minute consultation, let me know. I'll send you that link and we could do a 15-minute via Zoom. We talk about what are your strengths, what are your skills, and what you'd like to learn. Okay.
Awesome. That all sounds fabulous. We thank you so much for coming on and for just sharing this dish with us this evening, teaching us all something, showing us a dish that we can consume that is tasty, flavorful, colorful, and somehow healthy for our joints. So if people didn't think that it was possible all together, then now we know that it is indeed possible. And so we can have something that is healthy, nutritious, and that tastes good. All right.
Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
any more comments or questions? Charlessa says that these look amazing. Sure
Oh,
does.
let me hold it up for the people. Let me
Mm.
just Facebook. See. Thank you
Charlotte
guys
says
so much.
these look
This was a
amazing. And
dream.
she says, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. We really enjoyed you here this evening. Thank you for giving us just something that's different, something that's fresh, something that is new. Felicia Turnquest also says thanks for sharing. So we love it. We enjoy food here in our culture. Is St. Vincent the same? Let's show.
Oh
Let's see
yes.
your face now, Auntie. Because some people that join late, they've only seen your food. So let's show the people that beautiful face, the face behind the food.
Give me a
Catherine says
minute.
look at her dinner that she can't eat. Catherine, I feel you. Now I'm over here in the Bahamas hungry, and the plated up food is over there in Canada. That was yeah. From the beginning, I was like, now you see, I'm gonna be hungry. So we have to go get the recipe now. Catherine, we have to go get the recipe from Ayanti now. So we got to DM the word quinoa so we could get this recipe so we could get in the kitchen and cook this food ourselves. Now that would be
Yes.
kind of fun. Ayanti, we have to talk. I have an idea. I have an idea. So there might be something that we could all have fun kind of doing together. I have an idea and we'll discuss. Anybody would like to see Ayanti come back on our platform anytime? Let me know. Birdie says, how soon are you able to ship the salmon to her? If you wanna look
um.
upon Ayanti's sweet face, you're gonna have to come on. Sweet Ayanti's sweet face. Her sweet face is on Instagram.
Okay. Let me try to get Facebook. I don't know, Birdie. I don't know how. Honestly, don't know how. If it could have been done, I would have been requesting some breadfruit, some smoked herring, some yams. Mm, we
Yes,
could have
I
traded.
agree with
Honestly,
Deandra.
we could have
Deandra
traded.
says she's ready to catch a flight over there to you. That's kind of how I felt. Like if it wasn't for COVID, I'd be like, yo, the office is closed for a week. I gotta go get something to eat in Canada. My
Let me see if I'm trying
goodness.
to go on Facebook. Okay, give me a second, Facebook, so you could let me hold both of them up.
Deandra says over here in Facebook land, there you are, that you are a blessing and she can't wait to see you again. All right. So
I
Birdie
would
says, did
love
she
to
ask
see you
you again?
guys again and help you out with your cooking so you can have delicious meals every day of the week. And
We
fun
love the
fact, this
earrings. She wants the
quinoa,
earrings.
oh, these earrings
She
represent,
wants the
this is the flag of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The yellow is for the sunshine and the beautiful spirit of our people. The white sandy beaches. Oh, sorry, Facebook, Instagram, sorry. Um, the green is for the lush vegetation and the residual, what's that word? It's R. Resilience, the resilient
earrings.
nature of our people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but the volcano erupted in December and this in April April this year, right? Last April. And the people are still catching up, like getting back to a new normal, I would say, right? I mean, the volcano, it was a kind of a rough experience, I would say, but the ashes helped to create that lush, nutritious soil that we use to grow our food, right? And our food is organic, naturally organic. You ain't got to do nothing to it, and it's delicious. Like if you've ever had a yam from St. Vincent, like a breadfruit from St. Vincent would be some blackfish from St. Vincent, like herbs from St. Vincent, some peppers, like anything really, anything.
Sound like you're having flashbacks there. Like you could taste it right now. Like you could really just.
Honestly, I wish I could. I wish I could.
I
I
know.
went to the supermarket yesterday and I saw some breadfruit. Like I wanted to cry. Like, are you serious? That's the breadfruit? Like my grandmother wouldn't even give that to her pigs. Like, yeah. But
It's
anyways,
yeah, it's
I
different
digress.
when you know better. When you know better. Yeah.
That's true, eh? That's true. That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
When
When
you
you know
know
better,
better.
you do better.
Right. Right. All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna
thank you
put
so
down the
much for
phone and
sharing.
take a look.
Yeah, like definitely, we can
My
definitely understand, imagine having the volcano erupting and you're dealing with COVID on top of that. It's just there's been a
yeah,
lot, a definite you've hit it right on the head with the resiliency. Resiliency is a quality that we all need right now, like
that's
worldwide,
true.
because we just have so much that we are dealing with. Natural disasters on top of, this pandemic, so we all have a lot to be thankful for, that we are all still here. Thank God for that. Thank God for each and every one of you that have come on the live stream. Thank you, Ayanti, for doing this live cooking demo for us. We really and truly appreciate you.
You
And we sounds like the people want to see you back here again. So we'll definitely be chatting about what are the ways in which we can make that happen. Be sure that everyone follows at Adderley Physio, follow at sweet_Yanty. Okay, make sure that you stay in contact with us. You're gonna love it. We have tons of great things, great ideas coming your way. We want to keep you healthy. We want to keep you uh, in an endless supply of tasty, healthy recipes, right? And if you need help in the kitchen, Auntie is the one to call. If there are no further
yes.
comments or questions at this time, then we are going to get ready to sign off. All right. So, for those of you that have not already done so, be sure that you follow and like both of our pages. We will be live streaming. We'll be back on again next Thursday at 7 p.m. With another topic for you all. So just stay tuned to Adley Physiotherapy so that you can see and hear what that is. Give us your feedback so that we know what you want to see more of. If you're liking our health coaching content thus far, be sure that you let us know that. Okay. And I look forward to meeting and seeing all of you again here every week. If you can make it, we will put this live stream will be up. If you want us to also put it on our, I'm thinking about putting it on our YouTube also. We do also have a YouTube page. So if you wish to go ahead and also subscribe to our YouTube, it is the same handle, Adderley Physio. Okay. And let me know if you want to see this video up over there as well. So everyone, thanks again for joining. I am signing off at this time. Me and Sweet Yanty, we are signing off for the evening. Thank you
Bye.
for hanging out with us. We enjoyed our time here with you all, and we hope that you enjoyed your time here with us too. So have a great evening. Everybody continue to stay safe out there. All right, until the next time.
Bye,
Telling the people
y'all. Thank
goodbye
you
in
for
kind
joining.
words.